Where are my buttons? My buttons are here. There they are. Hello. Good evening. I haven't even started yet. Whew, Jesus. Ugh. Hello. And welcome back to investigation time. As soon as I manage to get all of... Why do I have so many tabs open? There we go. As soon as I get all of my tabs in order. But yeah, hi. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. We are like a third into the second chapter, I'm assuming. Maybe third? Yeah. We got our first save point. And we finally landed at Hope Springs Airport. I didn't know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to Mr. Nera and Miss Mealy, I was able to preserve the crime scene. I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Mr. Nera in private. So I'm left wondering just what she was up to. No, I'm wondering just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Who is that? Hey, no way! Siska! I thought you were still in Germany. Huh. She's always supposedly in Germany, but then she never is. I go where I'm needed. And wherever there are criminals to be caught. And it wasn't me. Her name is Franziska von Karma. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest. I didn't do it, though. What? It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Girl, listen, the last time I was in court because I apparently killed someone, it was your fucking father who was responsible for it. Just saying. Wait, there's all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding. I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? No. Not really. I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you, of all people. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. You should try to find something different to fulfill your life. I'm just saying, in the in the long term, I think it's gonna be healthier if you try to move on towards something else. Well, I have my own creed which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I had no intention to. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Hi. Too slow. Oh, man. Listen up, I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth, if you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you excuse me. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you okay. Yeah. Same. I guess. Perfection is boring. Also, there's no way it's healthy, the way she's trying to get it. Also, is that guy in the back who's munching? Don't we know him? That design looks so familiar. Why do I know this dude? In what case do I know that guy? Oh. That's a beef. Ah, yeah! Thank you, detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit I'm a bit curious as to what Franziska is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. Hey, yeah, in a second. Before we do that... Oh, okay, okay, sorry, I'll talk to you first then. Hello. Initial investigation. So how's the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir. That sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick responses to a case. Yeah, I imagine there's a bunch of Easter eggs there. I'd say she was a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? I was shown over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow, when I got here, Miss Von Kamm was already here backing out orders at everyone. It's kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something. And had come in advance to await your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly, and out of the blue. As I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all of this. Miss Von Kamm just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No details? It's kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her wit. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, detective. Although, I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation. Starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Good! Am I allowed to go back on the... Yes! I am allowed to get back on the plane. I wanted to say train, but it's not a train. So you must be the captain. Wait, yes, I am. Who might you be? I'm the prodigy prosecutor Franziska Von Kamm, and I have a few questions for you. Don't you dare, Captain, getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. Hello? I wouldn't bet money on our dear Captain to be much of a reputable person. Sure you don't want to ask the Captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I'd like to leave the type of witness to Franziska and her whip. Makes sense. My law book! Huh? Did she really whip him? This far? Oh my god. Ugh. Jesus. Now see here! I'm sorry. How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal, I told you. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it is you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Yeah. Actually, give me a second. I want to try something. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I think you have too many red knights on this board. It's just your imagination. And it looks like the blue pawn has been completely surrounded by the red knights. Now you're seeing things. Sir, I don't think you're supposed to have lots of the same piece like in checkers. I know that, detective. What do you take me for? This is my seat. Oh, you read law books even when you're flying, sir? Were you expecting anything less? Now come along, we must hurry to the crime scene. Hold on a sec. There's a different book stuck in here. Steal summaries at the... Detective Gumshoe. Am I going to have to charge you with invasion of privacy? Hi, Mel. Yes, was not nice to name it despite not to this extent. The funniest thing is that they didn't just appear like they just redraw pretty much everything. Because I saw a post about like the process, and in the process they were thinking of how to make like the original sprites and just like, you know, upgrade them, and then they saw they don't look the way we want them to look, so they just redraw it from like from the ground up, and it's like, what? That's crazy. We're all tired. That's not good. Anyway, hi. Did you finish taking a statement yet? Yeah, hold on, sir. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. Oh, can I show you the bloody stuff I found last time? Wrong button. From scratch, thank you. This one. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Ah, it's a Bourguignon cloth. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose? Yes, of course. This fabric is so famous, orders come from over the seas for more. Old famous export of Bourguignon, its beautiful pattern has been soiled by blood. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier? No. My cargo this time is much many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved? You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you police, it is not good. It is not good that attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too. But that attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Mr. Nero. Alright. If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. All costumes. Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat. Kind of looks like that, a piece of... I already showed the thank you game. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for her interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Mr. Nero's interview the only one that's taking up so much time? Oh, hi. Well, Satchworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? I mean... Yeah? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Mr. Nero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room? Before I do, you still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. I wish... I truly only have one gripe with this entire port. And that is speed. The speed of the text boxes. I'm reading them out loud, and they're still too slow for me to comfortably read out loud unless I have to wait for them to like finish all the way. And I hate having to wait for them to finish all the way before I start them. And they were just fine in the other one. So I don't understand why they're so slow in this one. Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. I know that the speed is over, but what I don't understand is because in what we just played earlier, I thought it was fine. I understand that the Ace Attorney games will never have like immediate text boxes in their settings, but the speed they're set at for some reason was way better in the normal trilogy than in this one. Like, for me, comfortable. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge his body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in his lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. I mean, understandable. The likeliest suspect, Francisca. Do you have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. I want to continue my investigation. I'll have to break a line of logic fast. Okay. No, I don't think it was. Oh, wait! Hold on! Wait. Where is it? Oh, am I not allowed to change this here? Yeah. Wait. 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 We're gonna switch. We're just gonna go through all of them. Okay. I don't speak a lick of Korean, but that's fine. It's for the funsies. Tell your neighbors to shut up. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used a suitcase to move the victim's body. Meaning that the real scene of the crime was not this lounge at all. Yes. Who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me. All he did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove that the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose the suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you would come to that conclusion. I would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. A phone karma is perfect in every way. Did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point? As if there's proof of that. Where's the proof that the suitcase was moved around? Here. I spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where's the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through here? These tracks here. Alright. This mark here, wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there's also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses. Easy. Not so fast. This still doesn't put you in the clear, not by a long shot. Oh? Okay. Schmackworth. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, while you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from, and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. If I had the time to put back the entire suitcase, I could have also put back the fucking piggy bank murder weapon. Okay. Not a bad bit of logic for something you thought of on the fly. So what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. I'll expose the flaws in our logic in one fell swoop. Oh. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic. Essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master. But what if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This Capnuga piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important. And it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that? I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did three things after the turbulence. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor. and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Agby Hicks. You there? Yes, ma'am. Other than his piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. I see. Well, Miss Edgeworth, it appears you stole tactics are in an end. But it's possible it's just hidden somewhere, sir. If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or still at the real crime scene. There's one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But then we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence, by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at that time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? A reasonable line of reasoning. Let's see, so that means that the killer had the key to the display case. Francisca, the person you're talking about. Not so fast, I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Speaking of which, I recall that you also wish to speak with her. Yes. Very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do you understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her. Well, you're welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Mr. Nair's in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Ooh, let's do it. Let's go. Professional style. Keep our cabin clean. She's also on the poster. On the poster that I'm covering. Perfectly. But fine. There's a poster right behind me. Right here. That she's on. Look at this thing in the game that I'm covering. Great. So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission? Oh god, I don't remember what voice I gave to Nero. Deviating from the flight attendant's menu is very unbecoming, you know? What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Hey. Mr. Nero. Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too! Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? Alright. Ooh, what the hell happened here? So much for keeping our cabin clean. Also, there's no way you could reach anyone on this phone because it's always going to be busy if... Oh, oops. If... That's not where I expected us to come from. I was like, oh, did they switch like from how we can... Hey, okay. Hi. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? Captain, he only has ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Millie. Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness. Mr. Nero, is it? There's one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? I have a question. You're 24. Oh, interesting, okay. You're both 24. I find it so interesting. I was always like, daughter of my mentor, daughter of your mentor. Were you not adopted? Like, wasn't Miles adopted? Wouldn't that make you technically siblings? In a sense? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, why the sudden hesitation? Francisco seems to have struck a nerve. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there's much else to tell. She never claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. Is that all there is to it? Maybe we should ask her about that thing. Suitcase she apparently designed. Oh my goodness. Designed. If you could please take a look at this for me, Mr. Nero. What a suitcase? Yes, about the suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else out about it. The suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me more about the suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I know that as a service professional I'm not supposed to care, but I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. Oh! What? The last one there. So you're saying, Mr. Nero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular they're practically flying off the shelves. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. Oh, no. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. Why? Because they're honestly very, very ugly. I'm sorry to tell you this. I think it could go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. Huh? I guarantee personally as a service professional. Well, that is... How should I put this? It's hideous. Thank you for the resub, Akira. Welcome. Good evening. What? Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on. My issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only 1. Looks like a story's generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only 1 suitcase left. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? Well, there's one over here. By the way, Mr. Nero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? That's... I thought you said there was only 1 left. That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now. She's used it for a long time? I think not. Mr. Nero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. I mean, come on. No proof that this hasn't been used for nearly as long as Mr. Nero says. The price tag is still on it. There's no way you're going to run around with the price tag on something like this if it can be bought in the place you're running around with it, because then otherwise people will think you're stealing it. Or it's still for sale. You know? Tell me, Mr. Nero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? Huh. Also $1,200 for a suitcase? That is this hideous? Jesus Christ. That's a little expensive, no? What's the meaning of this? Why would you lie about the suitcase? Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. She bought one for herself? Mr. Nero, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now then, the suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. It's because it is this hideous, that's why it's so expensive. Like, a hideous item needs a hideous price tag. Yeah, Joe. Seeing as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought this suitcase was... It was you, wasn't it, Mr. Nero? I hate to say this, but the suitcase that you designed... It hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this designer you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then, the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. What I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something. But the suitcase didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put it, hideous. Can't say it chose a great place in which to sell them either. Yeah, I mean, someone who is on a plane most likely already has a suitcase. Like, yes, you can still sell suitcases at an airport. Because, you know, people will find, oh god, I bought so many things while I was in, I don't know, a different country I was visiting, so I need another suitcase or whatever, or the suitcase breaks at the airport. That's what happened to me, actually. Luckily, on the way back, so like, we had landed again, we had landed in Germany again, and we grabbed our suitcases and mine broke. I was like, wow, okay, well, it survived 3 weeks in Japan and then it broke right after, but it's not really the nicest thing to happen to you. You could go call it a night if you really feel not very well. I called an early night on Monday as well. At almost the same time because I was so tired. We weren't selling a single one and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there day in, day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. You buy one every single time you work a flight? Jesus Christ, girl! Do you have like an employee discount? How much money do you have? I see. So in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt was clearly timestamped 5:40 AM. Bought at the in-flight shop and left in attendance room. The timestamp says 5:40 AM. That's crazy. At register 1, she bought it. Okay. Any question regarding this transaction, please contact us at GoU Airlines. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. Planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Oh no! Mr. Nero, where are these other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. And the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases too? Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. How could they? Well, I mean, the suitcases are big enough to fit a human body in. Quite easily. And they're not very conspicuous. Like, I don't know, you're on a plane, you have a suitcase. That's perfectly fine. The suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on our trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is just to that door there. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special keycard that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. Oh, converting the amount, there's no way to see. Yeah! Right? I feel like it would be quite an oversight though, because they clearly changed the sprite with Edgeworth where he's giving someone his business cards, and they changed it up because the way you would hold the business card here would be different. So, but I'm really hoping someone just forgot to change that tag. I can't believe it. Yes, Franziska. Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace for the von Karma name. To the von Karma name. I mean, he doesn't even have the von Karma name. I don't see your fucking problem. And what do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. The fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their keycard. Miles Edgeworth. You're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. The other attendant, Miss Mealy. I asked her earlier and she had this to say. Particularly got information out of Miss Mealy. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required. Different one? Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero, and only you. Oh? Is this true, Mr. Nero? Yes, I keep that keycard in my locker at all times. Could you please show us that card right now? Yes, hold on. Well, keeping it in her locker and keeping it in her... on her person are two very different things. Could have been stolen from her locker. Also, hi, hello! Hi, Raiders! I'm new like the color pink. Vision of JRPGs. We're currently playing Ace Attorney Investigations. I see you are also playing Investigations. What case are you on? Thank you for coming by. We're only on case 2. Have a good night, Mel. Get some rest. Or try to, at least. I don't believe it. What's wrong? Well, it's the key card. It's gone. Duh. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You really thought it's true? Wait, it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman. Oh, you just finished it. Ah, nice. We started this one last stream, and now I'm hoping to finish it up. Though I do have a pretty good idea, I think. But now I'm just gonna have to prove if I'm right. But I'm liking it very much. Yes, ma'am. Satchworth. Ayana, thank you for inviting me. It's okay, Mr. Nero, I believe in you. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Franziska, I know that you're the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Matt Satchworth? I intend to do likewise. As long as I'm allowed to go to the same places? Absolutely. Seeing them from the front is so... Who are you people? So this is the cargo hold, huh? It's so big! Oh wow, that's a lot of them. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. You guys have fucking elevators in it. I don't think that's very normal. So is this the real scene of the murder? There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Okay. Let's do it. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Akashio, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Oh. I've been following a very large and involved governmental-level international crime. It's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Wow! What? Damn, bro. Interpol is involved. It's a top-secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. The fact that you're even telling me that you came here because you're working with Interpol, that I feel like, are you even allowed to say that? Holy suitcases, Mr. Ashworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. This must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company's planning to dispose of after this fight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Maybe I will. Let's see. $1,200! Oh, I think I'll pass. And Miss Tenero wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. Where's this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. Where are these glass shards from? Ah. Okay. What's in the suitcase, pal? I thought the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Higgs. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait. A file. And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. Looks like a profile on Franziska. Why did Mr. Higgs have documents on Franziska in his possession? Ah! Who the hell buys a suitcase for 1.2k? People who have too much money. I mean, people who have enough money to be flying the kind of first class that this plane apparently offers. I think for them, 1,200 for just a suitcase is probably pocket change. But still, that's a horrendous amount, excuse me. Like, I will accept that a good, proper suitcase will cost a little more. But not that much. Why would Mr. Higgs have had a file on her? Probably because he's the one she was supposed to meet? Maybe? It's a hell of a margin, for real. Now, why would Mr. Higgs have documents profiling Franziska? I don't know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. It's okay, it costs 100 that they just moved to... That's crazy. That is so much money. It's just a suitcase. Franziska said that she had come to the airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Higgs had heard she was coming here and followed her. A detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Higgs was, in actuality, Interpol agent Higgs. I think Franziska has some explaining to do. And some glass shards. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here just as I suspected. So you're saying the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Or is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. You could actually still move to... Yeah, right? Like, I think depending on when, this would probably have been a good conversion rate. Or an accurate one, I guess. Hi, good evening! You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense. What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Higgs, but rather Interpol Agent Higgs. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figured it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Higgs was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Ooh. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on his case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. It's so refreshing to see like the full outfits. Also, I love her shoes. I think they're very cool. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. The Agent Higgs came down here to the cargo hold. Oh, what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. That's not usually what you can do during a flight in the first place. You don't... The average person doesn't ever see a cargo hold from the inside. That's not where you go as the average person. Agent Higgs came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Higgs must have identified himself to a member of the crew, and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. His glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then... the killer put Agent Higgs into one of the spare suitcases. Oh. Killer put Agent Higgs into one of the spare suitcases and... they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit a patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Higgs' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Nice! I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Ashworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. I don't think so. If it was a crew member, any of them could have shown Agent Higgs to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. Yeah, but she didn't have the card on her body, and she only had kept it in her locker. As long as someone has access to the room and knows she has it there, they can just go up to a locker and take it. So it could have been literally any other member of the crew, except maybe the captain, because he was busy flying the plane. I say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. At all. Yeah, it was called I Fly, not You Go. Okay, you know what? That's funny though. I fly, you go. We land. They kill. No, I... Fly. You fly. Some good. It's highly likely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero. It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? You call yourself a disciple of my father. I haven't called myself that in quite a while. Yeah, we are currently running on Korean dub. I'm just gonna go through all of them. Every time we stream, we're gonna go with a different dub. Until we heard them all. Just going in order. You forge evidence and coach witnesses to say whatever you want? No! Well, I don't have any evidence, Be quiet, you're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know? It's not just a key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bag? Yes, she's also the only person with the key to open the display case. But you didn't really need a key to do that, no? There's a mat of the key to the display case that held the murderous bang. But that is a fake. Stop right there, Maltachwa. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? Buddy. Franziska, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see? If the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon. Scruffy. Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Yes, sir. Nyong. Got a big problem, Mr. Atchway, sir. Oh? Does it fit? What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now. The doc said it's one giant bruise from a beam from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Well, I say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Damn, instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head, bruising head to mid-back. Wouldn't the bruising be if he was really tossed and turned? Well, not much turned, but a lot of tossed. When he was wrangled into the suitcase and rolled, and then it sprung open and he fell out. Wouldn't that also be cause of bruising, maybe? Scruffy, what has had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Hey, well, that's, what's the wound on the victim's head consistent with a murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, you said we're still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Well, if they're not any further, what is he supposed to say? So I told you already, you can't go down there. Now, you remove yourself from my way. What is on a record? My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. Oh, we're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. Fine. I think you get... Hey, what are you? You've left me no choice but to use strong force, sir! You won't get past me. This is... Wait, that's it! So that's what this whole thing has been about. Ah! Some way from... Oh no, the other guy's falling. He's just like, oh wait, I figured it out. Extensive bruising, yeah. Oh, did you hear that? Oh. Hi, room. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there's extensive bruising over such a wide area. Is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark. which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then a piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. A usually large area of bruising suggests that a very large weapon was used. You see a man fall almost to his death in front of you and you're like, aha, so that's how it worked. If you're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. Gravity, my arch nemesis. So who's the killer? Gravity? Use the same logic mechanic to justify giving yourself a treat. Oh, so true. So true. I had 3 books I ordered arrive earlier and was like, yes, I deserve this. I didn't even do it, like, you know, I came home from work and they arrived and I was like, yes, I deserve this. I didn't even do anything, but I deserve this. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Blunt trauma and bloodlust. Yay! Francisca. What? What do you want? I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. Says you. I'm sorry, I have a pompous attitude? Have you looked at yourself? Are you planning to go out for donuts? Nah. I'm planning on going to the bookstore this Saturday because there's a manga day happening again where they're gonna have like samples of different series to get and grab, and also maybe some little posters and stuff like last year, so I'm hoping I can grab some goodies. Eating too much Chinese buffet? Hell yeah. That's coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you're really a prosecutor, then you back yourself up with evidence. You aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I don't have a piece of evidence to show you. Jesus Christ. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Incorporeal? Incorporeal. Yeah. One bookstore in town also has a little cosplay event. Nice! Well, I only know of 2 bookstores that are kind of close by that are definitely taking part in the thing, so I'm still just wondering which one I should go to because I don't think I'll have the energy to go to both. I'm thinking of going to the one that has the better parking situation. And then see what I can grab. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death. Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there's some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? Have you looked behind you? No, in front of you, actually. You're actually looking in the direction already. As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then... We're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey you, tell me you're dead, pal. Quiet, why are you screaming? He's alive! Of course he is. He's annoying as all hell, he's not gonna die. And there you have it, Miles Ashford. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. The man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible given the current circumstances. Current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose a large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? He would have been a Bourguignon pancake for sure, sir. Like a certain undefeated process. Yeah, gee, I wonder where she got that one from. I suppose the man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. But was it there when he died? It may be there now, but there's no proof that it was always there. Huh, as if there could have been a window of time when the giant box was not there. But there was. What? What could I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always where it is now? Oh my god. Where do we have that? The refueling. You refueled in the Republic of Chengfa. Yes, the site had a short layover in Chengfa in order to refuel. But it wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at the time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. It's labeled Shangfa Express. Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Shangfa. So on board doing the refueling between 4 and 5 AM at the transfer point. Hey, let's go. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Shangfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Hell yeah! Let's do it! This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Alif Rat Statue. Never heard of it. No, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Let's get investigating, sir. Oh! Hey, he got up. How did he get up? Look here, do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. This belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Hey. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Rat statue's worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. 10 million cents is not as much as you think it is. Like, sure, that's still amount of... Sure, that is still quite an amount of money, but also 10 million cents? What? Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been a large cargo hold. 10 million cents. I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective. How'd you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. It's, yeah, sure, but if someone tells you cents, you're like, what? How much money is that supposed to be? Let go with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Don't say that! Don't think that! Sashwork, so 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Are you for fucking real? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. LeBlanc claims to have brought a piece of art from Europe, but... Of course. But what if I told you that I need to check it because it could be related to a smuggling case. You don't want to be called out as a smuggler, right? If you're not actually smuggling. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Shangfang. I think I need to question him a bit further. Come on, dude. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect that you said you might be the target of an international smuggling ring.
Don't say such fantastical things, those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here.
Do you mean the cargo certification document?
Mr. Singh LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once.
Ah.
I can read this. What does it say?
It says as plain as day the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe.
And there you have it, Miles Ashworth. Too bad for you.
The statue was brought on board in Europe just as it states in the certificate.
Oh, that's...
Which means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Document written in Bulgarian proved the statue was loaded on board in Europe. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I'm right.
I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the olive red. There's such a feeling of earth. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at the museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it.
Piece of art being shipped by Mr. LeBlanc, who claims it is worth 10 million cents. I like that we keep going with the 10 million cents instead of making it an easier to digest amount. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Yeah, it's a very sizable plane. That's for sure. 10 million cents just sounds bigger. Yeah, I mean, yes. So this is the infamous Olive Rat statue.
What is it, Miss Ashworth? Do you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. Sure. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem?
That's a very nice shade of orange. For a sec, I couldn't even tell they were jewels. Can you remind me of the eyes of the stray cat that lives in my house?
They're supposed to be this color. It's possible the statue is a fake. Is this what someone connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the short hair.
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
No, I do, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir.
Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in a field spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets, focus detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? How did this guy become a cop? He tried very hard. He tried very hard.
Huh? Sir, they're red!
Yes. As I thought. The statue's a fake. Mr. LeBlanc.
What do you want? Do you not know I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer.
The olive red, I suppose, is your pride and joy, is this not?
It's the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago.
Gotta grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but...
What is that? Sympathy? For what?
You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes.
A large fellow here has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you.
I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo.
What is that yelling? Not the... It's the foot of the statue displayed at the museum in Europe.
Just just the ancient statue god seeing like yes. Huh? Huh? Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. Fake? My brother in Christ, you're talking to the one person here who's never read or seen Death Note. Sorry. Ooh, Shinigami eyes. I've never seen Death Note, I'm sorry. I believe that even further examination will be required, now that we've confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Shangfa. And now I present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Not to watch. No, I mean, I would watch the actual, the original anime. There's a lot of, what I guess people would consider like classic anime that I've never seen. The one classic anime I can tell you that I've seen, or like the one old school classic anime that I've seen is I've seen the entirety of Sailor Moon, for example. But I've not seen Death Note, I've not seen Code Geass, I've not seen Detective Conan, I've watched most of the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never seen Full Metal Alchemist or Brotherhood. So... No. Oh, don't worry, my anime watch list is very long. Don't worry. It's just actually finding the time to watch is a little harder. Yeah, Conan is still ongoing, that's crazy. Oh. One piece of cargo. How are we getting stuck on another piece of cargo? That's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue's on top of the clock. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo is brought on board in Shangfa, there's no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Shangfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport, it would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there's someone involved who's forging or modifying cargo certificates. Says statue was lowered on board in Europe, but statue is fake. Is a fake. So the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, well, this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Shangfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Shangfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move the statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now.
So come, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the artifact statue out of the way, we tested the area under with luminol and there was a reaction. Dun dun dun! See, there was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. We're still looking at it now, sirs. It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? Well, haven't we seen that piece already? The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Shangfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying the murder happened before the plane landed in Shangfa? There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. If that's true, then if there is a certain person's testimony to doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Shangfa, then this becomes highly suspect.
Miss Millie.
Recall Miss Millie's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Shangfa. I saw Mr. Hicks.
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in the seat at 5 AM, you know.
She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. Well, why would she lie about something like that? Because she killed him. I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Millie herself. Ho ho ho.
Scatter!
Oh. I'm thinking about how time in the pad. She's already sleeping.
Oh, not after read, thank you.
Miss Millie. Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Shangfa? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in the seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Shangfa. Because she's not wearing a bra. Miss Cammy, Millie.
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did.
No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Millie.
When I make that kind of boo-boo all the time.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Millie, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. Just before we were to land at 3 AM and 6 AM when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Ashworth?
Yes. Actually.
From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
How's a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Millie, wake up. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake up is by pressing her. She's just like me, for real. Oh my god. You're in the flight attendant's room all by your lonesome. Yum, 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 yum. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Millie.
Huh? Receipt? For what?
It's
for the suitcase, Mr. Narrowbone. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Mr. Narrow. Yes. Why's the killer here? I thought you'd have him locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Mr. Narrow, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Millie there at the time? No? So Miss Millie, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? She's, for once, actually a very easy voice voice to do, because it's just... The only thing I'm at risk here is actually falling asleep myself. Miss Cammy, Millie. Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. It's the truth. Cross my heart. I have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? Please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Sure. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But do you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She is on the suspect list. I don't know what your problem is. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Mr. Nair out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Now I get it. Maybe you get your eye on Miss Rhoda. So I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. You wanna know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Is it ever? And what are you in charge of, Miss Millie? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count. But I spend so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Ashworth, Kemi's very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Virginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yes, I'm really good at Bulgarian. Fluent in Bulgarian? Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Bulgarian? Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Bulgarian. Very interesting. I'm assuming as a flight attendant, at this point, or in this day and age, you're supposed to speak a few more languages. Right? And this room is some Bulgarian stuff. Some Bulgarian stuff, yeah? Can you tell me anything about this? So the only one on this flight crew that speaks Bulgarian. Is that correct? Yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Bulgaria for a while. Don't do that. If that's the case, then the signature in this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Moginian is you, Miss Mimi. Craving a yawn. Yeah. Without your participation, the smuggling of the olive red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you.
What kind of sentence even is it? Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Like, what?
Oh! I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, well, for me, it's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Yeah, babe. A little, babe. Really? All you did was sign it? I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. Seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. So perhaps there's some element of a setup at play in this case? What are you talking about? She's angrily blowing bubbles at us. Oh, I'm so scared. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Mr. Nero who's under the microscope. Seems to me now the killer's going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. Funnily enough, I don't remember the name of the game, but I bought it a while ago when it was on sale. There's the entire game about where you're on a ship and you kill someone, and then the entire purpose of that game is to make it through by either blaming it on someone else or like whatever. And that's the entire shtick. You like, oh, you murdered someone, and now you're trying to get someone else to take the blame. And I have to try that as soon as possible, as soon as I remember what it's actually called, because the entire like idea behind it sounded so fun. I had to get it. It is actually a single player game. You know that game? I don't remember the name. I bought it. I didn't buy it that long ago either, but I don't remember what it's called. You kill your husband. Oh. Do you know the name by any chance? Because I don't. I bought it because it sounded like so much fun. Really uses bubble beam. It's not very effective. It really isn't. Listen, I'm sorry. You're gonna Google it? Oh, thank you so much. I could scroll through the 700 games I own on Steam and then go, oh yeah, it should be this one, but I'm not gonna do it. All I remember is it wasn't that long ago because it was on a pretty good sale and it sounded so much fun. Can't find it. Can't find it this quickly. But yeah, it looked really interesting. Overboard. Wait, let me check. Yes! That's it! That is the one! That is the one! It's called Overboard! Get Away with Murder! Thank you! It's on Steam. It's probably somewhere else as well, but it's on Steam.
Getaway with Murder, highly replayable detective game where you're the one who done it, from the creators of 80 Days and Heaven's Vault. Yeah. July 1935, a murder's been committed aboard the SS Hook 8 hours out from New York. Only one problem, you did it. Can you get away with murder? Overboard is a tense, highly replayable detective game from the creators of 80 Days and Heaven's Vault. Blackmail a spy, fall in love, murder a rival, cheat at cards, drug a witness, lie, befriend, betray, console, sneak, seduce, steal, bore, prey, eavesdrop, kill. The clues, evidence, suspects, accusations, secrets and lies. You need all your cunning, coercion, and charisma to ensure that someone else takes the fall. Like, there's a limited amount of time? Yes, one playthrough lasts about 30 to 45 minutes. Achieving a perfect crime run will take a lot longer. Can you get away with murder? Like, I read that and I was like, oh, that sounds good. It's available in English and in Spanish. You know what? I'm gonna write that down as a stream project sometime soonish. Now that we've talked about it, I think that would be fun. See if we can get away with murder. Thank you so much for looking up the name, so I could find it more quickly. Do you think they murdered him so that we all team up and kill the investigator? Wait, hold on. You have now proved that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. It's just that we got in the way by accident. One of you become a dolphin. What? Oh, now I'm even more interested. So you played it before then? All right, it's definitely it's now very higher on my play sometime soon list. Thank you. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. It's true that the killer was out to frame Mr. Nero from the very beginning. Well, they used the suitcase. Keep showing the suitcase. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? You watched a friend play? Ah. Okay. Ooh, that's a good sprite. Why is she blowing bubbles? Blowing bubbles, blowing bubbles. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Mr. Nero for the murder. Mr. Nero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. You move it to the top of your to-draw list? Oh, hell yeah! The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why does the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Where the murder took place? It needed to look like a murder that anyone could have done up there, because not many people actually have access to the cargo hold. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place in a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there is no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Millie. Only you and you alone could be the killer. A chain smoker? Ah, well, I'm glad he's only very, very serious about guzzling coffee like it's no one else's business, then. I'm not a fan of smoking. Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Yeah, the phone. Something I still can't quite fit into the big picture. I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing. It still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Oh, delicious. I mean... I could. I don't think you're not a... Wait, what actually is the case on cigarettes and tobacco, depending on the age rating? I guess I wouldn't be able to do that. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. You think Edward could... Yeah, definitely. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Oh wait, wrong phone.
I checked his phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir.
Oh yeah, detective. Now where's it coming from?
The ring is coming from somewhere in here, sir.
If no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe, we must find it. The victim, Phoenix Raid! I mean, actually, for the... There is an achievement for first game. Because I went achievement hunting, now that we're actually done with it. There's an achievement in the first game where you asked who the defendant is. You can answer Mia. You get an achievement for that one, actually. Where it's like, are you fucking stupid? Basically.
The ring is coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone.
Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Mr. Nero's.
What?
Yeah. Well, at least she's thorough with trying to blame someone else. So, Miss Satchworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Mr. Nero's locker. Have a good night, room. Thank you for coming by. But... Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one word we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer racist conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? He must have something very incriminating on or in it. What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the cell phone. I also love how Tenero is clearly wearing the outfit according to like their standard, how it's supposed to be, according to that poster they have. and well, Millie is just playing as Ashworth is a lot of fun. Yeah. What? Inside his phone lies a final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine his phone in more detail. So true. Oh my goodness. I rate this. Hi, Raiders. Good evening. Welcome in. I'm new and like the color pink vision novels and JRPGs. I don't think this double raid was planned, no? I know because Jin was doing a quiz show, but I don't know what Kuda was doing. Also, good evening. Welcome in, everyone. Hi. Not planned. That's crazy. Because you timed it. You timed it so well. So we got to go. So we had one signed up plan. Honestly, I've done the exact same thing. Before. I was watching someone like on the side and I thought to myself, haha, I'm gonna. And then they started raiding someone else and then I just switched my raid over as well. I was like, okay, I guess. Well, welcome in, Raiders. Also, Pikachu. Okay, wait, hold on. Thank you for the follows. I hope the quizzes went well. I absolutely would love to join the next time. Who ended up winning, by the way? Oh, I'm gonna catch up on the VOD later. Something must be planned here. It's time for cross-examination. Well, this one is the one where we do cross-examine, actually. Okay, and also a Pikachu for the Raiders, of course.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Welcome in! We're currently in the second case of the first investigations game, by the way. Also, I'm playing these completely blind, so
No spoilers for anyone.
Power of Miles Ashworth brings all. I can see that. We're trying to figure out what deep dark secrets this phone holds. Katawana, I think. Well, I could only really stay until the Sailor Moon question because then I had my own stream. Sorry. Also, I hope the quiz show was fun. Also, Kuda, I hope you enjoyed Journey. Did you finish it all or did you only start playing today? It's camera lens. Yeah, I mean, it is a phone. Come to think of it. I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to resolve the crime scene of a smuggling? Taking pictures of it. Did someone guide you through a lot of it? Ah. Journey is one of those games that has been on my play one day list for a long time now. It's not terribly long of a game apparently, but I hope you had fun.
Oh, thank you for the gifted sub.
Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Sad, oh, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. Oh my god! Once again, thank you for the gift sub. Yeah! Hope you all enjoy the emotes. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Right. Despite these games taking place in technically at the time when they came out, the future, they didn't actually have the tech that we do have now, so. Hi, Kai. Good evening. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for a smuggling case? If so, I say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for a killer smuggler. Which Ace Attorney characters are more likely to have social media? Oh, a lot of the younger characters that are showing up in the second trilogy, for sure.
Maya, I feel like, would have social media for sure. And then complain about not having any service out there. Like in Kurain village, but when she's in a city, yes, absolutely. I think she would have a little blog. I think Maya would have been... Well, depending on where you put her with her age at that point, I think she would have had a blog. On some kind of service for sure. A Steel Samurai blog. Edgeworth also is definitely out there on the message boards. He's mostly lurking. Except when someone says something that he doesn't agree with whatsoever about Steel Samurai, and then he writes like these giant posts and like detailing how the other person is wrong, and clearly it was shown in episode 67 that that's what he would do. Phoenix would not. Phoenix is not good with tech. Phoenix would not have social media. Begrudgingly, I think after events that happen in later games that we haven't played on stream yet, I think he might pick up something just to follow a certain other character that we haven't seen yet on social media. And Maya would send, no, he would have something like WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever, and Maya would send him all of these gifts and stuff, and he would be like, I don't understand what this means. Maya would tweet an investigation. Yeah. No spoilers of the future. Yeah, it's like we've only played on stream. We've only played the first 3 games, so I'm not going to call out any characters that show up in later games. Sorry. Phoenix needs Larry to set up his LinkedIn. His LinkedIn. He's an entrepreneur. I hate that word. Hey, Gumshoe one, he would have forgotten his password. Oh. Franziska, I think, would have some kind of social media as well, but she would be very, also very stiff in what she posts about. And then maybe have like a secret thing for her hobbies that she thinks don't fit with her public persona. Like she and Maya are the same age. I think they both would definitely be out there. Me too. I'm happy that Apollo actually got like, because at this point you could get the original trilogy everywhere, like 15 times. Oh, you want it on the 3DS? You want it on the PlayStation? You want it on computer? You want it on, I don't fucking know. And then Apollo is like, damn. I mean, damn. In this game, she's actually 19 because this one takes place a year after the last one we did. So Franziska here is 19.
Oh, right, on the App Store. Right, you're right.
Technically, this specific game is also on the App Store because in the first investigations, you could have played for a while now, for many years.
Phone's all busted up, sir, but it should have some kind of SIM card in it, no? Even a super prosecutor can repair a broken phone.
Find a way, don't you worry about that.
I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
No.
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But it's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Franziska?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This one still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Franziska, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for a smuggling case.
Hey, the olive rat's nowhere in his pic, sir.
But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Oh, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir.
Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use?
Detective Gumshoe, fix the phone. Bed sheets, fragile, here. Does anyone actually handle fragile and hand with care boxes actually, like with care? Because I know for sure that we sometimes put like fragile on our boxes, and I know for a fact that they get thrown around. You do? That's good. It's just a month later. Oh, sorry. So this. Oh yeah, you're still alive, huh? Ah, they're a cargo ship from Boginia to Shangfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Shangfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anyway. One cluster of boxes is written in Boginian. It says, it is cloth in English. Oh. Could it be? Is this what a killer? What? What for is that scary face? Miss Millie. Yes? It appears that Agent Higgs was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point at who this killer is.
Yeah, you did! Enjoy the emotes.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Ashworth. The Bohemian cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Shangfa had cloth written on it. In Bohemian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed the piece from to clean up the blood with.
Yeah, wiggly time.
That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Bohemian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Millie. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched the older boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Bohemian.
Nah.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Bohemian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first, the one that says bed sheets, because you know for a fact that you could use a bed sheet to clean up blood.
It says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Bohemian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Bohemian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
That's a what now?
Because the killer knew what it was going to be and that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Shangfa. That's right. That's why the Bohemian cloth was used. And the only Bohemian on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy Millie. You and you alone. Oh! I've never heard of that expression before either, but to be fair, English is not my first language. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Shangfa authorities in time. Anyway, you can find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes.
Killer in boxes. We'll trade for 50,000 berries.
What do you say, Miss Millie? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Shangfa?
Oh, she's still blowing bubbles.
Oh, oh, oh! Well? He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. About him here, he started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Oh, wow. Hey, you just pushed him down? Jesus Christ. Oh, rest in peace to Byakuya Togami. I finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? You're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully you can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. Oh, Jesus. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. I mean, she did a good job at trying to cover it up, not gonna lie. It's just the person she chose to blame the murder on was really not the best to choose. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. Looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
It's all gonna be connected at the end, right? Right?
You think, oh, smuggling ring.
It's all gonna come back.
Satchworth, I just want to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. You liked it too, for reasons. I don't know what kind of reasons those could have been, huh? Huh? Yeah? It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. Truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... please accept this as a token of my appreciation. Stop buying them, please! She did have some compelling arguments. Yeah, 2 of them, huh? That's... See, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at Go Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. Aww. Why were we in this plane to begin with again? Do we know why we're on this plane? I don't remember. Can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. Yeah! You can't get on a flight without having to deal with it. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for a departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Oh. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserved earlier? You got it, sir. Oh? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Hey!
Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. So who do you think I am? Franziska von Tarama, as you repeatedly say and tell everyone you meet. You are Franziska von Karma, very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Oh, come on, dude. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing hero living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent. Yeah, because they're all the way out there, but listen, I can't, no matter where I go, recently I've just had very bad luck. No matter where I go, put myself on a screen, I'm always covering up something. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. I'll just stick to my corner and stay here. Sister among Interpol agent has a high successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I'm simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. Then I doubt you would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Ashworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. You don't owe me anything. Your weird one-sided... revenge, I still don't understand.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing you won't have to watch out for a whip.
Detective Shiro, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again.
So it's happy just for moving yourself around. Genuinely, it's just like, I'm just gonna make it so I'm in constant movement. Like just the entire time, no matter what we're playing, it's just... Because clearly, no matter where I go, I'm always covering something of importance.
I think we're gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
Bro, please. Just how much did you cut a celery by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. It's a roller coaster.
Sure thing, sir. Even fly down the road in a patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. As of both, this game's barely spent 3 weeks.
Oh god, what are we in for?
Thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling road she was after. The leaders of the ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war. They would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Ooh! Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally, I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Who? So you do remember me. Who? Who? I'm not good with names. Am I supposed to know this man? Who? No, it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. Oh! Who's... I don't know him. Oh! I was like, wait, who is this? I know I'm not good with names, but I was like... Who? Who? Alright.
Episode 3. Thank you for the higher time.
Oh my god. It took us over to... Yeah, there's no way we're ever going to finish one of those cases in one singular stream. They're too long for that. This guy, I've seen pictures of this guy on Twitter before. Also, thank you. What a pause to check. Alright. The real killer is Sweeney's right. Well, I hope no one gets killed, since this one is a kidnapping so far. But there's always someone who ends up dead, I guess. Oh, wow. Okay. It's time.
Don't worry, Miss Ashworth. I'll be following you every movement of my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Okay. Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Rough day, oh boy. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. The horrendous suitcase. Hideous suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper. He needs a break, yo. Not yet. Which I'm expecting to retransfer to my cell phone. Okay. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all.
Sweet skate. Oh.
What am I looking at?
Welcome to Gatewaterland.
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you.
Proto Badger, more like Proto Bee, more like Proto. Of course, there's going to be a case with another badger.
Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
A picture of you. Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. Sounds like your kidnapper's using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm... I'm prosecutor.
How is that better?
Why would you say that? I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have bought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
This person intends to see if I'm being followed. Huh. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. What do you mean this one time? Mr. Gumshoe, oh, is that Pain and her daughter? What? What? Also, event schedule. Battle of the Magicians. Max Galactica vs. Troop Gamma.
Huh?
The Gavinus special concert. Huh? I know that's mostly covered behind the chat, but... Hello? Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. I've arrived.
Go inside.
Jesus Christ. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. What is going on? What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as I say for now and not push it. There's something so very fascinating to me how... I know the script was written a long, long time ago. I get it, but I find it so fascinating to me how these scripts, these English translations, manage to make it and manage to use they when it comes to, oh, okay, I don't know, we have some kind of kidnapper here. We don't know anything about this person because they're using a voice changer, blah blah blah. But whenever it's one of those cases like, oh, you can be what you want to be, blah blah blah, they always use, oh, he or she, and I'm like, you could have used a singular they in this case as well, which is already the case 2 times in this game, and I'm always like, why are you people so afraid of making your sentences shorter and easier to read? Anyway, couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Am I allowed to move? Ooh. What's happening? Hello?
It was a trap. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
What the fuck?
My guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal.
Who is that? What are they talking about?
Split. Police. Alright. In front of meet up. Can't move my body.
I fear I might faint again.
What the?
Oh no, I lost my memory. Atros game. Huh? What is going on? Where am I? When was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop off.
Where's Gumshoe?
It's just supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. Falsification! Second case in row, my mouth ends up tight. Someone on the team was like, you know, we designed this guy. We haven't seen him tied up enough, and everyone else in the production was like, you know what? You're so right, actually. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of a phone call. It's from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful cybertsu, the Amano Group. Okay, I've never seen this man before in my life. But aside from that, I also owe my great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter how old you are. When you get kidnapped, it's still a horrifying? Horrifying? Terrible? Hello? Terrifying affair. No. There is a phone on the ground. Do you think you could reach it? I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. No! Wasn't you making a funny sound? Who's there? How dare you laugh at a gentleman's plate?
Oh!
Hello.
Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No, I am not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Wait! Wait, I know I'm covering it, but why does she have the giant... Why does she... Wait, hello? 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 Why does she have that? Must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, mouth. I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. No, I'm sorry. She comes up on screen and I'm like... I've seen that before. What is that? Even in the depths of night, with no other bird dares to take flight. One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I'm the great thief Yata Goddess. You know what? Sometimes I should just keep playing a game before I comment on each really. Right there. Is she really just going to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kei Faraday. You can call me Kei, okay? Yeah, that's settled.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll just shut up.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I'm actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces.
Like this one.
There's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know? This rope goes to here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
It's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl.
Am I? She's 17. 17!
Maybe they didn't have the time. Maybe they only had the time to really put us in ropes and then leave immediately after.
Thank you for the follow-up. Come in.
You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me. I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I'm the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet.
She needs to go.
She does. I'm still only an intern. I don't even get paid. I have to live off cup ramen and water. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me.
Yet.
When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you're the Yatagarasu?
Yep. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as a second Yatagarasu. Aha!
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I know it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing. And what would that be?
But it's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least that's one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor?
No, I guess not. I'm unsexual.
Ah, now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? She sure is cheery.
Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
It's locked. Who the fucking thunk? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way, I don't hear you, la la la.
Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Oh, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that height to make an exit.
She's a phantom thief.
Da, 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 da.
Wait. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out.
Okay.
They're holding a blue badger photo rally.
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just a blue badger, it's his whole family too. There's an entire family. Take a picture of every member of the badger family, receive a prize. There's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Oh. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize.
Posh prize? Well, there's a costume hat sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that, that's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? Somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. Okay. It's only one of each badge in the park. Try to get the whole Badger family. Also explains how the first one was like, hey, do you want to take a picture of me? Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Oh, we do have a way. Right here.
There was a cell phone here this whole time?
If you're right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Oh!
Zashua, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now?
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that.
Oh, that's good.
But in doing that, I sort of...
What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me.
Gumshoe, no!
Who is this? Shilong Nang of Interpol.
Oh!
What kind of voice am I going to give you? A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Ashworth. I've heard a great deal about you. There's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to keep that one up, but I'm going to try anyway. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. What? Why? Why would you say that? Lang Chi says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? No. Not really. You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of battery. Oh, yeah, sure. Out of power, not out of battery, my bad.
No way.
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If you put our heads together, we should find a way out.
Absolutely. What is this?
Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
The Bad Badger? Oh, man. Looks like a costume hat to me.
I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The weak question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Costume separated into a head and body. This head was left in the isolation room.
Yeah?
What else? Can we climb up here somehow?
Man, why do I have to put the window so high up anyway? How's a thief supposed to make a daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Ashworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Why do I have to make such enormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of footholds. If we can get to the top, then we can escape if only there were some footholds. What about these boxes? Do you think those boxes are strong enough to hold you?
There's something inside the bottom right box. I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger. You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? No, not when it comes to any of the blue badger. I'd be happy if I'd never have to see that thing again, ever.
In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this.
The very first badger, the porter badger, the bad badger, a vile criminal with a gun.
The blue badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace, and the pink badger, not her unique pink bow.
You see, the pink bow is what's unique about her, not the fact that she's entirely pink. Okay. Here's this thing.
Think of it as a Bible of all the things you don't ever need to know about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Book detailing info on the whole badger family. Yippee! Nice. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. It's like the badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police, of course?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owes the police from all these cases they solve.
They have all the power to say and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every
Yeah, okay, sure.
Why not take a look at the suspiciously big key? And what have we here? Huh. Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Don't mind if I do. I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
Maybe able to open something somewhere in this room with this key.
Whoa! No way!
Something is what is relevant to my interest. You think it could fit here? Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all I haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. Or it's just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with 2 kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. If they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out for the slot. Slot?
Ah. We can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there.
What is this? Is that what I think it is?
Looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. It's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. And was held in place by a hook, the entrance to an underground room, perhaps. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Well, let me see. No, wait. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was wondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out of the window if we climbed this.
Good thinking. If it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, okay? And good luck.
Count on it. Great thief, yet the goddess who spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. I don't think you want to get up there.
Whoa! You tried! As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. There's a hook on this beam, but it's not enough of a foothold to climb over. There we go.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? Hi, Zen! Good evening! How are you? You're on this case too? Nice!
The hook on this beam.
You know, you tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. You can still vibe, hell yeah. I'm not gonna get too much farther tonight either, I think, so don't worry about it. I wasn't about to suggest that again, rather that it's there for a different purpose. Really? Like what? Ugh, excuse me. As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp.
Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath.
As in the first day's attorney, I don't like the badger whatsoever.
This is what I call a treasure. Ah. And do you think the key might fit into this thing? This must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. By the way, Freedom Wars is getting a PC port. For anyone who's ever heard of that game and played that game back then on the PS Vita. Apparently. Speaking of freedom.
Now what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright. This thing is locked down tight. We might be. Ha ha ha.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Well, let's see.
I need a key and this thing. I played Freedom Wars a little bit. I didn't get very far, but a friend of mine who has many hundreds and thousands of hours on Monster Hunter did play the game. A lot.
I believe you, Apke.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use a tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Yeah. Alright, I got the secret door open and now... Wait.
What? Oh my god! Are you alright? Okay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped us all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary?
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit.
Well, we could get the ladder, no?
Can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you look, you know?
No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder's removable? Ah. Ding ding dish.
I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh, so how are we going to bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More for thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder, what about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. If we use this.
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Hell yeah! Alright, now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spend entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Let's go.
Cat! 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 Oh, thank you. Cat! Cat!
Looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Ashworth!
Hey!
I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. So stressed that I thought my heart was going to give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Oh, that's, Count off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 99. Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Oh, what am I looking at? What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? Everyone has a name that the parents gave to them.
What the fuck kind of glasses are those? What the hell?
No one is a 2 or 3. Everyone regardless of age or rank is number 1. Got it?
Shifu! Shifu! What?
You are Agent Lang, I take it?
You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely?
Lang success. A cop who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder.
Don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person.
Sheena. This is much, but please accept my card. See, that's what I meant. They're holding the cards differently than in the Japanese version. Saw that on Twitter earlier today. That was fun. Thank you. Please accept mine in return. You'll see that just now? There's a proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, you get far in life. Got it. I don't know what voice to give this dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to give him another screamy voice because that's that hurts my throat. That's right, Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Shangfa. Apparently this man has a high successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, what exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or 2 about you. You solved the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Yeah, like earlier today, actually. You sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic.
How dare you say that about Mr. Ashworth? We're saying you could have solved it faster, pal.
The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackley Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a 3rd person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as a kidnapped as someone I know. How old is he? That man is not 27. What? No way. No. What? No. 27? No. Sir, so you please allow me to participate in the investigation? This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know? Be out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league.
And you have Fang.
He feels older than 27. But I think I just have to get used to all of the Ace Attorney characters being younger than I think they are just because I've grown older now. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? Pretty boy. You dare to mock the court? I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? What the fuck are his sunglasses, though? Alright, man. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land.
You just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir! No, then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Ashworth.
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Sure. Hi.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Great job, Detective.
Sir!
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked.
Hey, sir!
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm going to show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later?
Excuse me? You can't just say that. Hello?
Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand.
Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That, I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, a wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after?
Miss Ashworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
Yes, what is it?
Who's that? Girl over there, I mean.
I'm Miss Ashworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Honey, I don't recall making you my assistant.
Yeah, I'm Miss Ashworth's assistant, me. It's been like that since... forever.
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Miss Ashworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, making sure she serves up her sentence.
Come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet.
No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl.
Man, I can't count you doing any stealing and all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity.
It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite a mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
So what are you going to do about the investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go.
But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. And what is it? What are you after?
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There's a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic.
Hi!
Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets.
How are you?
The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some may say that the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the marks of the three-legged raven.
You got a very sleepy old mood. I'm also sleepy.
But I'm trying to see if I can maybe reach the next, like, in-game big save point, and then end here. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But it can't be, can it?
Lance! Lance, where are you, son?
Hey! Why are you running around with money in your belt? Mr. Amano.
Oh, Mads, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned.
For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to the law office. And had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No.
Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way, but... I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood.
And I don't like people that Manfred von Karma hung out with.
If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
He's the father of the current kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles?
Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there.
Then what happened to all the money?
I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Old man. Didn't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Ashworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I don't think I do. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. On the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano.
I can't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I'd recorded him saying that.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Aww. How old is your son? 21? Refresh my memory, what kind of person is Lance again?
Oh, telling you about Lance, I hope you get him back.
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior.
Very well then. Lance is my one and only son. He turned 21 this year. He's very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he should know where my son is. He would know, sorry.
Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
Except I hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. Even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Alright. Detective Kamshu.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if the Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessings, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
Alright, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, Belle, forget it.
You know, you guys can both help me, it's fine. We're just gonna be one very big group.
So, what shall we examine first?
Next Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. The culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped.
Okay, let's get looking.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, you there.
Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mustache with kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are under Agent Lang's direct command. No way. I'm not working for Wolfboy.
Mr. Edgeworth, can you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police.
Yep, now let's go.
Oh no, he just gets dragged off. Boy, if I get just a job for someone of your talents.
Oh, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell him already to go get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
My parents are dead. Oh, come on, I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
You're the only one starting now.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagata way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. Lieutenant Assistant K is going to take along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Alright.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yeah, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. They left us with some nice footprint samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it will be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
If only we knew we'd be able to track up some of the footprints.
Hi.
Oh god, it plays the music as well. I hate my life.
Hey, it's a blue badger.
It is, yeah.
Badger, get.
Ah! This does not spark joy. I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside over there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw? He's doing that contorted wiggling dance again.
Ah! No! It's me!
You've uncovered my identity, sir. I was to remain on the hat, sir.
Aren't you Officer Meekins? I need you to defend me in court. Okay. Okay. I have a very good track record of, never having been to court.
I'll do it. Sir, Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir.
This man was a witness in one of the cases I had 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Ashworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why is he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir.
You could eat more.
I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone.
Yeah, same as some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. It's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
Just a thought. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be under the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor.
Bruh. Really? How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
That's true, and it's possible Officer Megan saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, officer.
No, but I know you will, sir.
He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park, all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone Blue Badger.
You said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
Is when Officer Megan's testimony contradicts. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I'm commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you're the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises.
What? Sir,
What the fuck kind of sprite is that?
then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around, but why?
Only supposed to be 1 Blue Badger in the park, but the second one was spotted.
Ooh.
Oh. A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is.
Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away.
The identity of the second Blue Badger was probably the kidnapper in disguise. Precisely. After all the costumes that went missing from the storage area.
A Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger.
Yes, those 3.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Kidnappers also stole 3 costumes, a blue, a proto, and a bad badger. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning.
You mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
Okay, let's go badger hunting.
So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
The set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east.
Huh.
Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. I got one of the culprits. No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir.
Down, okay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume.
Maybe they came over to this garage for something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Get him! Get him! Sir, Roger Wilco, sir.
Let's open the shed and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside.
Yeah, I don't think so. What in the... You seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who's this man?
It's Oliver.
Mr. Mano, are you saying that this man is...
Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened?
Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. His footprints lead right to this garage. And right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? According to kidnappers' prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? I don't think so. From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Seems he was shot dead.
Sure, calm for someone who just found a body.
Surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. As long as an Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one in his shoulder is the exit one.
Nice! I knew you could figure it out.
Because with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, the crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make note of this oddity. Ah, bullet entered his abdomen and it exited through his shoulder. Okay, and what's this thing? This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to have regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it. It's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. And look! There's something written on the back. Colin Devil Ray. It's a name.
Colin Devil Ray. It really wouldn't be a turn if nobody died for you. This man's name is... There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim's the Amano family butler and his name is Oliver Deacon. The name on the pendant is Colin Devoré.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we hit upon an important piece of information. Shaped like a horse, Colin Devoré is engraved on the back.
Lance, where are you, sweetie?
Oh, never mind, that's the wrong kind of voice. Excuse me, but you are?
This is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. Can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You'll love it. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops.
Okay. His girlfriend?
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends and we're not lovers or anything. Wait, oh, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I think that this ring is a present from Lance.
Is that a giant candy ring?
You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
And may I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I begin to get really worried.
Also, what the fuck is that on your elbow?
I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself.
Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Do I get a profile for you?
19!
Okay.
Oh, Lance. Can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Except we're not gonna get very far, huh? My man brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us.
Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir.
Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I'll leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest a suspicious person after suspicious person. Is that why your arrest rate is that high? You just arrest a bunch of people, no matter what happens? Is that what you're telling me? That's how you eliminate crime from the streets.
That's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people. Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our chief?
Hold it.
I'll speak over thy damn well, please.
You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. See, says every pack has its own rules. If you can't play by the rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. To my line of logic.
Ooh, okay, logic versus logic.
Okay. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say it was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With the current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. This game is supposedly taking place in America. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detainment?
You don't know. In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying. Beware of the wolf. Look at that fucking wanted poster in the back. I'm gonna cry. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack.
Everyone here can easily have a gun. Here, take mine.
And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor Lang. You think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he's that famous? You think so? Oh. Lang developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Shangfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies.
Thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time? Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test?
Yes. I do.
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How do you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. Of sheer numbers. But you've yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh. What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already.
Sir, I lost my gun, sir.
How could you be so irresponsible?
How do you lose a gun?
In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside his garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lan? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in his garage and killed him here with his gun. No, I don't think so. It wouldn't be such a clean crime scene then. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen a crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Oh.
Yeah.
So you did notice that there was too little blood. You still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here. Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was, your man who led you to think it was. Then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Now, do you think it's weird that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Hey. Oh no, Meekins! Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like, I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Ashworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir!
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too!
Oh, give me a detailed account and then we can make this work. Don't worry.
It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this Blue Badger mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir.
So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Hi TK! Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage.
Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant.
He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer?
Sir, Roger, sir.
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir, I'm lying, sir.
Yes, you are. If you're really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Actually, I just lost track, sir.
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized that the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir.
Which Mominus was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But it's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Unlikely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about a story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used, alright? To move the dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth, schmooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations.
Hey, now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. That's the second time he's called us a pretty boy. Hello? I'm not you a pretty boy. Excuse me? Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
What is your problem?
Okay. What an interesting guy.
But that is going to be the end for tonight. I literally just saved, but sure, let's save again. Yeah, no worries. Yes! What a good picture to have on the main screen. Amazing. I just saved Flo. I'm not gonna load again just so I can save again. How dare you? Oh my god. Still would. I mean, yeah, I can see that. Oh my god. That's for sure going to be a case, alright. That is for sure going to be a case. Well, thanks for thank you for coming. I'm certainly interested to see where this one is gonna go. And who was in this specific Blue Badger costume trying to kill us? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh my god, let me switch over here. That's fine. We're gonna continue this game on Sunday. Sunday is the plan. I'm gonna be back on Friday because on Friday we're gonna play Serial Cleaner. At least that's the plan. Friday Serial Cleaner and Saturday Octopath. And Sunday more of this one. But if all of these cases, they're only gonna get longer, right? If all of these cases are gonna be this long, I highly doubt we'll ever make it through a case in one stream. Absolutely not. It's Sunday! Yeah! Yeah, for now, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Gonna send you guys over to Fuwa. Assuming I can actually write someone's, literally anyone's name correctly ever, which I never do. There we go. What a great screenshot, right? It's lovely. And next time we're gonna open this, I'm just gonna sit here like, ah yeah, I guess that's what happened last time. Atroth almost got killed. Yay! Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. I'll see you all soon.
Good night. Bye bye.
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe changing this so you don't have to copy the entire thing. Ah!
Bye.